Okay, welcome. This is the Murray City Municipal Council meeting for December 13th, and all the council members are here. I think Jim's here somewhere, and he'll probably be joining us a little bit later, soon, I'm sure. Also, if you would turn off your cell phones or put them on silent, I would appreciate it. And the Murray Council meeting can be viewed live on the internet at murraycitylive.com. So let's start with the opening ceremonies and Pledge of Allegiance, which will be offered by John Harris. Oh, here's our council member. Now we're all present.
Will everyone please rise?
Thank you, Chief.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Okay, next is approval of minutes. We have none, so we don't have to worry about that. And now we're at special recognition. I don't see any scouts here. Are there any scouts that? Okay, there are none. So we will have a swearing-in ceremony of a new Murray City police officer, Stephen Jennings and William Riding, and we'll have Jennifer Kennedy and Chief Burnett presenting.
Thank you. This is 2 weeks in a row, and that's a good thing for us. I mean, I'm very leery of saying anything, but this, we are up to staff as of right now.
Oh, yay.
But we all know things can change. But with that, we're excited to have these two men join our police department. In fact, I'm going to ask them both to come on up here as we get ready. They both came very highly on our process. Steve Jennings has been working for how many years? 5 years with Department of Corrections in adult probation and parole. So he has some experience there. He's just recently returned from deployment in Kuwait with the National Guard. So he brings with him the experience in service. And William Riding is currently in the academy. So we're swearing him in before he actually graduates. I think he took the test, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hopefully
I know
pass.
they graduate on Thursday. They took the test last week, which means we're good.
Okay.
Unless he slipped me a piece of paper saying he flunked something. But I know better than that. So we're excited to have them here with us and come out to be part of our family and part of Murray City and serve and work with us and the citizens of Murray. So we'll let you get sworn in so we can get you to work. Yeah, both of you. Kind of face the office.
Okay. Raise your right hands and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, William Riding,
Do solemnly swear.
do solemnly swear
To support, obey, and defend.
to support, obey, and defend
The Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States
And the Constitution of the State of Utah.
and the Constitution of the State of Utah,
And perform the duties of my office.
and perform the duties of my office
As a Murray City police officer. With fidelity.
It's okay to stick them all through. Yeah, he got yours. He already got his. Very proud of it.
Nice. Awesome. Oh, do you want to introduce the families? That would be,
You want to just stand up and introduce all those that are here that want to be introduced, that came with you? I think we appreciate the...
Cammy, my son Easton, my daughter Mikkel, my mother-in-law Sherilyn, my sister Marin, my mom Tani, my stepdad Marvin, Andrew, my cousin. I don't know everybody else knows. My dad, Robin, Danica, Paula, Mike, Cody.
welcome.
This is my wife, Lexi, and then my parents are here somewhere over here. They feel like they're from Texas. And then these are my in-laws over here, and my maternal grandmother. And then we have my brother-in-law, my sister, and my brother Craig and his wife. All of my cadet buddies back here in the back, and then my boss, former police officer. That I just got done working for. I think that's everyone.
Well, congratulations, officers, and welcome. You'll go to work soon, I'm sure.
Welcome.
We can really use you.
Let's make a comment, Diane.
Yes, of course.
I think it really speaks well of both of you to have so much support here from your family. I think that's great from your families, and I think that speaks volumes. And so, congratulations. Thank you for joining our police department. It's a great department, and thank you for your service as well to our country.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay. You can stay or you can go. It's your choice. So, thanks again for being here.
And there they go.
I know. Oh my goodness, our whole audience is gone. I know. I shouldn't have given him the option. Darn. Wow.
Your statement was true, Blair. There's a lot of family.
Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. Gee. Okay. This is the time for citizen comments, and it's for citizens to address the council. This is not the public hearing. That will come later. So if there are any citizens that would like to make comments, please, you're welcome to go to the lectern. Okay. Seeing none, we'll continue. There is no consent agenda. There is one public hearing. And that is to consider an ordinance amending the city's fiscal year 2016-2017 budget. And we have Justin Zollinger presenting.
Appreciate coming before council tonight. I mean, this is exciting stuff. I'm not sure why someone wouldn't want to stay longer.
I know, right?
All right, I'm exaggerating. All right, appreciate coming before council tonight on our budget opening. We've just had grants roll in and some new monies roll in, and we had quite a few changes, quite a few things going on in the city, and needed to adjust our budget a little bit. So I'll start going through them, and if there's questions, just ask me to pause, and I'll answer them. Okay, so we received some additional wildland fire money, $100,736. This is state reimbursement money, as our fire department has a wildland program, and we get called out occasionally to go on these to help with these fires. And the fire department, this is some additional money that we received. Our previous budget opening had approximately $50,000, so it's $150,000 we've been reimbursed this year. There was quite a bit of work done for wildland fires. At the end of fiscal year 2016, we had leftover beer tax money of $80,103. The police would like to use this for body cameras. We'll receive some more money. It usually comes in the end of December, first part of December or of January. But this is the leftover that was on our books as of the end of fiscal year 16. We received a donation of $1,000 from the Duffy Family Foundation, and this is going to be used in our animal shelter for operations. The Justice Assistance Grant, or JAG grant, we've been awarded for $28,789, and this is for backseat cameras.
Excuse me, ma'am. This is not the time to ask questions.
Yep.
Thank you. I'll
No
leave
problem.
that.
Happy to help. Okay, so our new fire station, we had previously budgeted $400,000 for design. This remaining amount, $3,700,000, funded from our capital projects fund reserves, will be the budget we're setting aside to start on our new fire station in our downtown. Homeland Security Grant, we received $3,552. This will be funding mobile radios and battery equipment. We've also received another Homeland Security Grant for $5,389. This is the fire department as well, for emergency response equipment and sustainment. Also, there's two pieces to the same grant right here. And the other piece is for the police department. It's a Homeland Security Grant for $3,751. Law enforcement terrorism prevention equipment is what the police department's piece is for. We were awarded a little bit more money than we initially budgeted for the zoo's arts and parts grant. This was I wish it was $70,000. It was $7,000. So this can go towards our arts and history program. The city had an account that was shared with the state and the Murray Ballet, and so they had all contributed money to it. As I found this account, I'd rather prefer city funds to be in city accounts instead of somebody else's account, and I worked with Doug's department to help close that account down. We had $6,181 in that account, and we deposited it into one of our accounts, and now Marianne would like to be able to use that money. So that was just cleaning up our books a little bit. Okay, so our sales tax revenue bonds we issued for our property purchases in the RDA, for the RDA and our downtown. Whenever we bond, I typically come to the council about 4 times. So first time for a parameters resolution to authorize the bond. The next one is I come before the council for a public hearing on how it will impact the private sector. The next time I come is to authorize to be able to use the proceeds, and then the last time is for the bond payments. So I'll still be coming one more time for that. But this one is for the payments to purchase property, $7,521,000. Excuse me, let me start over. $7,521,560 for our. Part of it will go for issuance costs. The remaining amount will go for land purchase. Okay, as we're acquiring property in our downtown, we would like to clean up the property and demo some of the buildings. So $200,000 funded from the capital projects fund reserves to be used for our downtown cleanup. We've also bonded for our stormwater bond, $2,500,000 for the capital project. This will for capital projects, and I did bring the capital projects this time. I know last time we had a conversation and I wasn't able to answer the question. The projects we're looking at doing are Brahma, Hillside, Clover Meadow, 5400 South, Utana, and 300 West. I apologize I didn't have that for the last meeting. And then last, we have some funding to help pay the rest of the amount for our amphitheater. Marianne Grant has done just a fantastic job applying for grants. So the Sorensen Legacy Foundation has awarded Murray City $75,000 to help pay for the amphitheater. Also, the other half of the Salt Lake County amphitheater contribution of $636,927, which we'll be billing the county for the first part of January. And then last, just to help the last little bit of that, we don't usually budget our interest earnings in our capital projects fund. We just keep rolling it back in the next year, but this year we need a little bit more to help fund our amphitheater. So we're budgeting $20,000 of those interest earnings to help pay for our amphitheater. So that's the budget opening for this round. Any questions?
The wildland fire, are we getting our share of the reimbursement to your satisfaction?
So we're a little bit better than break even.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
We're a little bit
Yeah.
better than break even.
Okay, good. Well, they wouldn't be doing anything else anyway, so, yeah, it's good income.
Mayor?
Yes, Justin, what about should it be on this one here, the $100,000 we received from Dolores Eccles grant?
So I didn't know, so there's, what the mayor's referring to is we were just awarded, and we would just like to have a special thanks to the Eccles, George S. and Dolores Eccles Foundation. They just contributed $100,000 to the city for the amphitheater. And that's not on this budget opening, that's coming on the next one. I didn't know that we were awarded it until,
Oh, okay, 2 days ago.
yeah, Monday. It was just yesterday I found out that we were, it was really unusual. The award letter came with the money. So it's usually, here's the award letter and we'll get you the money, but it all came all at once. So that will be on the next budget opening.
Okay. Now I'll open it for public comment. So if there are public comments, then if you would like to fill out a form and go to the lectern, to the microphone and be recognized.
Or if you have
She
your
already
question,
filled
you
out.
want to get it answered.
Yes. You can do that after. And if you would state your name and address.
My name is Susan Baker. I live at 7463 Jummer Way in apartment 501. One of the questions I have is about the body cameras for the police and the rear cameras. I don't know what that is, but my understanding was that all police do not have body cameras yet, and will that happen before we get the rear cameras for them?
Actually, don't all of our police have body cameras now? All of our officers have body cameras.
Okay. That was my question,
And have
because
for
it
quite some
wasn't
time.
outlined that they all do have them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they do.
That's good. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Baker.
So I think we have Craig Burnett, and just to make sure we're on the record right, Craig can verify.
Oh, there's.
Okay.
Okay, would you go to
Craig,
the...
can you? Yes.
As far as body-worn cameras, all of our first responders and our uniformed officers, our patrol officers, have body cameras. We don't give them to, at this point, our detectives, but all of our first responders and most of our school officers have body cameras.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, I just wanted to be sure they had them before we met.
Great. Thanks, Chief. Okay, are there any other questions from the public? Okay, if not, then we'll close the public hearing, and now it goes to the council. Are there any questions for Justin? If not, then I'll take a motion.
I'll make a motion we adopt the ordinance amending the city's fiscal year 2016-2017 budget as presented.
I'll second that.
Is there discussion? Okay, Jennifer, if you'd take the vote.
Aye.
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 Aye. All right. Now, let's go to unfinished business. There is none, and now new business. 10.1 is to consider a resolution amending a general schedule of the fees charged by the Wasatch Front Waste and Recycle District for garbage and recycling collection services. Jim Brass, council person, will present.
Yes, Pam Roberts gave me a call this afternoon and asked if she needed to come. Pam is the director for Wasatch Front Waste and Recycling District. I told her no. She actually had a child in a concert. I currently chair Wasatch Front Waste and Recycling, so I can handle this. This is not a fee increase for residential garbage collection. It's actually, we're adding a couple of additional fees, and per the agreements made when Wasatch Front was formed, when the district was formed, if we create a fee or do a major fee increase, then we need to get approval from the majority of the councils that are a member of the district. In this case, we have a lot of homes being built on the west side of the district, primarily over in Harriman, and this suggestion came from the board vice chair, who's a council member from Harriman, that we at least try to recover some of the cost of delivering the garbage cans out there and getting the new homes set up. So we've added a $50 new cart home fee and a $10 delivery charge. That covers about half of what the actual expense is. It will save the district approximately $40,000 per year. So it's not insignificant. And we made a couple of adjustments on some of our contract pickup, city halls and certain parks and such. But as I said, no residential waste. And we presented this to the committee of the whole last week.
Mm-hmm.
So what you have in front of you is essentially what we covered.
Okay.
And I'd answer questions.
Okay, I would consider a motion. Entertain a motion.
I would move approval of the resolution amending the general schedule of the fees charged by Wasatch Front Waste and Recycling District, excuse me, for garbage and recycling collection services.
I'll second that.
Is there a discussion on the motion? Okay, Jennifer?
Aye.
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 Aye. Okay, the motion passes unanimously. Let's go to new business 10.2, which is to consider a resolution approving an amendment to an interlocal agreement with member entities of the Central Valley Water Reclamation Facility. Doug Hill will be presenting.
Thank you. We did have a lengthy discussion about this in the committee of the whole meeting last week, so I won't go into a lot of detail. But just in summary, this is an agreement that the city has with Central Valley, which is the city's sewer treatment facility, that repeals previous ownership definitions and puts into place a new ownership formula whereby the city will pay for operation and upgrade costs to the Central Valley sewer treatment plant based upon our use of that plant, and that's essentially what this agreement does.
Okay, are there questions for Doug from the council? I think you covered it pretty well before, so.
Yeah, no, I don't have a question, but just a quick addition to that is it actually benefits Murray, and in this case, as we move forward and rebuild the plant.
Great. Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
I make a move that we adopt a resolution approving an amendment to an interlocal agreement with member entities of the Central Valley Water Reclamation Facility.
I'll second.
Is there any discussion on the motion? Okay, Jennifer?
Aye.
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 Aye. Okay, motion passes unanimously. Now we are at 10.3, which is to consider a resolution approving an interlocal cooperation agreement between the city and the United States Department of Transportation for a subrecipient non-discrimination assurances agreement as a condition to receiving UDOT financial assistance. Doug, you've got it again.
All right, and with your permission, I would like to just handle both 10.3 and 10.4 together as far as the explanation goes. The Heritage Center was awarded a grant through Utah Transit Authority. We received approximately $69,000 in federal funds, Department of Transportation funds, that will go towards building a shelter for the Heritage Center bus over at the Heritage Center, and will also pay for expanded bus service to residents of our city. And as part of that grant, the city is required to provide some matching funds. We are required to come up with $10,000 to go towards the bus shelter, which is included in the budget in non-departmental fund account, and then also about $23,000 of matching funds, which is included in the Heritage Center budget for driver costs as well as operating costs like gasoline. So the UTA and the U.S. DOT required, as part of that grant, that the city pass a resolution, and that's what 10.3 is all about, a resolution that the city will not discriminate against people of race, color, or national origin as part of this grant, which of course we wouldn't, but that's what the resolution basically says, is that we won't discriminate. And then 10.4, I won't get up again and describe it unless you have questions, is the agreement with UTA to accept the money and comply with the conditions of the grant.
Great. Are there questions for Doug from the council? Okay. I'll consider a motion for 10.3.
I'll make a motion we adopt the resolution approving an interlocal cooperation agreement between the city and the United States Department of Transportation for subrecipient non-disclosure assurances agreement as a condition to receiving U.S. DOT financial assistance.
I'll second that with the correction that it's a non-discrimination assurance, not a non-disclosure.
Oh, did I say that?
See, I was listening.
Wow.
You weren't listening.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. Is there discussion on the motion? Okay, Jennifer.
Aye.
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 Aye. Motion passes unanimously. I will now consider 10.4. Are there questions for Doug on this one? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll move that we approve a resolution, interlocal cooperation agreement between the city and the Utah Transit Authority, UTA, for the undertaking of transportation services to elderly persons and persons with disabilities.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there discussion? Okay, Jennifer?
Mr. Hill?
Aye.
Mr. Raponski?
Aye.
Mr. Kemp?
Aye.
Mr. Brass?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion passes unanimously. Now we are at the mayor's portion.
Due to our holiday schedule, it's only been 1 week since we've had our last city council meeting, and so there is no new items to bring forth in the mayor's report other than from the mayor's office to wish you all a very happy holiday season and a very Merry Christmas. Thank you very much for a great year.
Thank you. And I would like to wish everyone happy holidays as well. Thank you. That concludes the council meeting.